Oh, that's why I had the other window capture. Hello, hello. Should probably have it like this. Yeah, I think that's a better way. Okay. How's it going? Nemo, Alexander, hello. Uh, I mean, yeah. It starts in a minute, so not really. I mean, I guess. Hey, Tiernan. What's kicking, chicken? Like, zip tie this up a little bit. Continuing on with some more Russia-Japan theme today. Yeah, how do I get it to say that? Doing ourselves defend Vladivostok here. It's another one of these Russia-Japan type missions. I have to make one of these from a Japanese perspective because all these are back from when before RA existed, so there weren't any Japanese platforms to play as. But I don't know, something about this. I like this a lot. This Russia-Japan stuff. Japan's new ultra-nationalist government has decided that Sakhalin must be theirs. To do this, they have taken advantage of our war with China to launch an amphibious operation against the motherland. They intend to land near Vladivostok and establish a foothold. And we're playing as the Vepr, Akula 2. We got some more to this briefing. The Japanese amphibious landing force is located at blah blah, heading 354 degrees almost directly to Vladivostok. It is a formidable force, even after our air attack eliminated 2 of their destroyers. Expect 6 destroyers, at least 2 frigates, air support, and an unknown number of submarines. Most of our fleet is transferring to the Pacific or in the process of punishing China. Been a bad boy. So you are the only sub in the area for now. You must immediately engage the enemy. Your primary target is, of course, their mixed group of 4 large transports. So external loadout is key. No outer tubes for the Akula 2. Okay, I should probably remember that from the RA 1.42 change log. I thought that was just an Akula 1 thing. But no matter. 8 internal tubes. Alright, so what do we got? I'm not really too worried about stallions. Hey, Hedy, we have 2 executive officers on deck today. We're going to want ourselves some... This should have the 65 centimeters, shouldn't it? Maybe not. So we'll get up some UGSTs. I think a Corand might be good. This is a frickin' This is the Russian version of a Moss, so that could be fun to use. I've yet to use that. Let's actually check out the weapons guide here. Dare I make a window for this? Yeah, let's do that real quick. Window capture. Adobe Reader. That is rather small. Let's try and make it the same size as like that Excel spreadsheet. Oh, hi. Oh man, it's going laggy. What's going on? Okay. Outer and inner tubes. Outer tubes just can't be reloaded, Alexander. That is the only difference. Inner tubes are connected to the pressure hull, or inner tubes penetrate the pressure hull. Outer tubes do not. Oh, let me make that bigger. Hello. There we go. That's good enough for now. Okay, what do we got? Still kind of small. I'll zoom in once I find it. Page 27. One, two, three, four, five, six. Go to upper depth, that's its ceiling. Go to lower depth, that's its floor. Active sonar activated. Takes current depth as operating depth. Active sonar deactivated. MG setting will return to its initial depth. Oh my gosh. There's a lot to this. Maybe I won't pack any corns. Might do more harm than good at this point. I haven't really messed with them at all. Well, that's cool, at least this down here. Because if the Akula has external tubes, then it has 14 tubes, and that's always good. You can put stuff in there that, if you put stuff in the external tubes, it never has to interfere with what you're doing in your internal tubes. So you could have just nothing but missiles in the external tubes, and then nothing but like torpedoes in the internal tubes. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be messing with this frickin' Corand just yet. And over here, I'm thinking I might get a Squall or two. And then I think the rest I'm just going to keep as UGSTs. Oh, wait, I don't have external tubes. That's right. We'll have one Squall, and then I'm going to put in some Sizzlers. No, not ASW, SSM. Put in some Sizzlers for in case we need to use some missiles here, but I'll keep a Squall for close encounters. Hey, Mr. Vassetti, how's it going? What's up, Lieutenant Thumper? We're doing ourselves a Russia versus Japan mission, and I'm currently decking out my loadouts here. No USETs, no mines. Wait, tube stowed Corin 6. Oh, okay, so yeah, the Akula 2 does have external tubes, but there's nothing but Corins in them. So I'm not going to bring any of those. I forgot about that. No, Alexander, I think that can be controlled for sure. I mean, the less pressure hull penetrations you have, definitely the better, but I guess it would just be, cheaper is to have the external tubes. I'm not sure if they probably aren't flooded all the time. No, I know they aren't, because it'd be easier to make a smaller thing like that survive pressure than a big old submarine hull. All right, Stallion depth charge. I don't plan on using any nuclear depth charges. Let's see. I'll bring 4 Stallion ASWs. Don't need any land attack missiles for this, but I'll just keep... Yeah, I don't need any land attack missiles. And the rest, I think, will be some missiles and some UGSTs here. I got basically more than enough. 4 squalls. Let's do frickin' 6 squalls. No, we'll do 4. 4 squalls, and we'll do the rest UGSTs. I have 8 cruise missiles. Let's take out 2 UGSTs, put on 2 more cruise missiles. Dock down a few of these passive countermeasures. Hey, JK. Glad you like it. Glad you're here. Nemo. I mean, where do you start with that whole scene? That's kind of like item number 25 on what's weird with that scene. I mean, first of all, there aren't any canyons like that that can be navigated, at least that I know of. Where they are near Iceland, there aren't any canyons like that no reasonable sub can dive into it, and it would be very sketchy to fly in a canyon that narrow. It basically just looked cool for the movie. If you just take it for what it is, try not to read into it too much, you can enjoy it. But launching the countermeasure then, I don't want to get into it too much because it's not really realistic to begin with, but I think it would. I think it would be hard to drop a torpedo in there. You have to they would have to know that the Red October was in a canyon and launch the torpedo like directly on its course, because otherwise the torpedo would just slam into like one of the walls of those canyons before it locked on. All right, I think we're good here on the stores. Hey, RGR4 launch. How's it going? So we got our landing force coming in. Japanese landing force that we are attacking here. Part of me almost wishes I should be modifying this for RA, but I don't want to like give it away, so we'll just go with it as is, but maybe I'll make a Japanese version of this mission. That could be fun. Just keep the same mission and make a Japanese sub playable. Anyway, let's get to it, yeah? I don't think I have truth on, but I will do the squinty eye just in case. I don't know if I've done any testing since the last stream that would have truth turned on. It may. Shield your eyes. Do not look. Man, RA 1.43 really does take a while to load now. I don't know why. That was never an issue before. No truth. Good. And this seems quiet. Let me turn up the audio. No, it's fine. Okay. 6 knots. What do we got? Surface duct. Layer at 235 meters, so we're above the layer. It's a decently deep layer there. Well, if they got them at Alexander, they would, they'd have to turn around to launch the torp at some point, because otherwise they would have already flown over them. What's my course right now? Let's charge up this high pressure air. Yeah, unfortunately it is pretty much just me. It would be nice if there were others, but there's just me. That sounded really freaking cocky, like there's only me. Deal with it. Okay, so back to having a towed array. We did not have it. Oh, did I turn down like some audio last time? Some weird audio levels. It just seems really quiet right now. Is 3D sound always at 3? I don't know. Fishing boat. What do we got? 50? Okay, we are going up against Japanese. Pretty much all their ships are 50 hertz. Gotta remind myself of that. Something big seeming that way. And it's showing up on multiple sensors. Man, nothing's showing up on anything except for the toad. So all seeming like distant contacts. I must break you. Well, Alexander, I think it's fair to say that the scene is not a comprehensive depiction of all the things happening. What was that? Did you see that? There was a big old blip of something over there. What was that? I don't have time history or anything. That was like a transient. That was odd. And it was up here on like the 60 frequency, 60 hertz transient. That one didn't hurt just 50 hertz. That hurt 60 hertz. I'm sorry. I apologize. That wasn't even funny. Okay. Let's first let's get the periscope depth. This one we got to phone in. I ain't camping.
Go to depth 0.
Just want to double check my hotkey. I don't want to frickin' end up emergency blowing by accident instead of just going to periscope depth. Where are we? Okay, we're over here. What is this body of water? Is this just the Sea of Japan? This is North Korea. It's South Korea. Russia, China, and Japan. Oh yeah, I always forget Vladivostok. I always confuse Vladivostok with Petropavlovsk. Petropavlovsk is further up to the northeast here. That's on Kamchatka, but this is Vladivostok's over here, and then Sakhalin is over this way to the right. Guess let's mark it. Oh, I got 4 trackers again on all the arrays. Oh,
Control acoustics.
Lovely.
New contact. Bearing 009. Designated Sierra 1.
Strong enough to be picking that up on the frickin' conformal, man. That's pretty something. This is my nightmare.
Control acoustics.
There you go.
New contact.
I'm surprised it's not showing up
02,
on here.
1.
It's a pretty big
Designated
spike
Sierra
up
2.
there, but not showing up on the narrowband at all for the cylindrical. Sounds like a boomer coming out of the barn. Probably a missile boat coming out of Polyarny. Whoa. Is that right? If that's the same contact, that's a very close aboard. Based on that intercept right there. What's my total array depth? 115 meters. Okay. Well, this sea here is a little... It's not really any more calm. It might even be more rough than the last mission, but we got clear skies at least. It still looks like there's some 16-bit color gradation going on there. I'll have to look at that at some point. It may just be dangerous waters for you. Skip the...
Extend the electronics mast. Senior watch, aye. Extend the radio antenna. Senior watch, aye.
I think that's like a Sonalist thing where they always made it so there was some kind of radio traffic to pick up. And most custom creators don't do that. Look at all this frickin'... Someone's being really sloppy with their sockets, man. Okay, nothing on the... Well, we're not fully at periscope depth yet. That's a 2-0... No, we are 2... Okay. I know on some it's like a little shallower. Gotta get a little shallower before it'll actually pick up.
9 meters. Depth control I.
Fallout 1 and 2. I tried Fallout 1. It wasn't really... I couldn't really get too much into it. Oh, hello.
I have a new contact. Bearing.
Oh,
1,
that's an
8,
American
7.
voice. Why is that? Why is there an American voice coming up for that? P3 Orion. Surface search radar.
Retract the electronics mast. Senior watch, aye. Retract the antenna. Senior watch, aye.
Let's look over that direction. Not to see a P3, but possibly see some Japanese stuff. Buchta. Where am I looking this way? Oh, this sea state is frickin' killing me. Ah. Alright. Oh my gosh, jeez. Freaking breaching sails and stuff. This crazy ass sea
Go
state.
to depth 079 meters. Depth control I.
Should be fine. Oh, I wanted to look that way, didn't I? Hold on. Hold on.
Go to depth
I want to look about
019
010 or
meters.
something like that.
Depth control I.
Oh, I didn't even zero the periscope. What's wrong with me? What do I want to look like? 010 this way. Oh, I gotta wait for this to come back up again. Yeah, I mean, I played a decent bit of it, but I just couldn't. It was hard. I'm very much used to the Bethesda style of Fallout. I will be right back. Alrighty. Hey, Atterich. Yeah, that's not too much of an issue to do. I'm running it in a window right now. You just have to. It's graphics card dependent. You have to figure out how to maintain aspect ratio in a full screen program and not stretch it. Wait, what's that signal strength getting on to? 6? Okay. I'm just trying to see. It seemed like there was something possibly quite close aboard over this way, but I'm not seeing anything. They could just be two different tracks. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. But they do seem to, well, I'm looking at this and seeing that intersection. I'm assuming it's the same track, but may not be the case. All right, let's get back down to like, 149 meters.
Go to depth 149 meters. Depth control I.
Getting some drink? No, my girlfriend just called me, so I was just talking to her. Didn't want to subject you guys to that. Man, I saw Thor Ragnarok recently, and now I'm just like digging the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin recently. Digging it. There's some good surface clutter going on around these parts. Getting noisy up in here. Wasn't I going 6 knots originally? Did I reduce speed to 5 knots? I remember starting at 6. Let's go to 7 knots.
Sit revolutions for 7 knots. Propulsion eye.
There's that frickin' model, man. That thing is terrible. It's like a relic from the Fleet Command days or something. At least the propellers spin. They got that going for them. But it's still just like a little texture that looks like that, just rotating slowly. For some reason, this looks like the Fighting Irish logo. I don't think it's that, though. No, it's not. It's most certainly not. I think that's part of the frickin' socks. Those things there. The Russian socks system. Socks? I guess we don't like socks. Yeah, it looks amazing, doesn't it? Let's, I'm gonna bring in a little bit of slack. Not too much. The Russian Totorei really kind of needs a lot of loving. Do 300 meters. Soks, S-O-K-S. If you search like popular mechanics and S-O-K-S, they published an article about that recently. It's a system detection that's meant to detect things like excess hydrogen and like electrolyzed water that a sub would spit out, and then like heated up water from like the wastewater from a nuclear reactor being spit out, and like on the American boats they got like sacrificial zinc anodes back here to prevent corrosion to the propeller, so picking up ions that get spit off that or whatever. Picking up stuff like that, some voodoo witchcraft type of stuff. It's interesting. It's like if you can't beat them, find other ways to detect them. Oh, there's that frickin' blip again of that 50 hertz. That's consistent with the fishing boat. They tend to like speed up and slow down a lot. Okay. We're seeing some 60 hertz off that way too, and there's a lot of crap out here. But that cluster of 50 hertz, that's probably them. And to have the P3 be like that way too. So there's like a fishing boat and a fishing trawler supposedly blipping the throttle. But if you had to make me make a guess, this is the amphibious force down that way. I hope that's not them up there. They've already sailed past. No, I think it's them down this way here. The P3 kind of gives that away to me. Makes me think that's them down there. That's a weird looking artifact there. It's like on the frickin' Halifax map in this game. There's like a random just like flat square. It's like an error in the data or something. But I guess we're like near the part of the world where the Marianas Trench exists. I don't know if that's on this. I think that's over east of Japan. I'm trying to point so it's consistent with what's on screen. But yeah, Vlad's all the way up here. So we're pretty far out here trying to intercept them. Was that another fishing boat throttle blip going on there? Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's them. This way. Swedish Olympic Committee. So the question is always, do I wish to... Yeah, what's going on with this guy over here? Oh yeah, I gotta keep forgetting Totore contacts. Frickin' spoopy. Sierra 2. Yeah, they both seem to be lending credence to that these are distant solutions. There's a ton of error in this data set. So, not too worried about those guys. Let's see if we can't get some kind of tracking going on one of these things down here, but not one of these damn fishing boat trawler things.
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 193. Designated Sierra 3. Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 199. Designated Sierra 4.
Okay, just off the east coast of Guam. I gotcha. Oh, it's becoming night. The frickin' I don't know if you saw that, but the color of the ocean just changed like with the snap of a frickin' finger. We're gonna chew on this for a few minutes. I kind of want to try and get a sense of what these contacts are doing, and then we might try and. Part of me wants to try and run towards them under the layer, but another part of me thinks I should just sit here and wait. Potentially try and get a little bit more speed so we can get some better bearing rate on these solutions. No, the Marianas Trench is not near. Oh, hello, Akuta. Hello, Gromit. Twitch. I know the land of ice and snow, but a hinder ho. Hello, hello. Waldemarn. Oh, I'm hearing people from outside. I was like, what the hell? There's no one talking in this game. No one talking but me. Wow, okay. These bearing lines are very, very parallel. But these are interesting features here, how they're all like kind of straight east-west. That almost seems like more like it's anomalous in the data than anything else. Like there's some more of the straight east. It's just, I think it's just the resolution of the terrain. You can see there's like pixelated chunks in it. It's not really the most, oh, this is interesting. There's actually some like, this seamount here could actually like be run into me before precipitating off to like 2,000 meters. This is very interesting. We're in the middle of a big old sea here. So what do we got on this? Yeah. Very parallel. So either very distant or, you know, heading right for me. What about Sierra 3? Yeah, seeing the same thing. Very parallel. I don't even think these intersect before running off the edge here. Oh, they may. Oh, we may, Mr. Frodo. We may. Just gonna try and follow this down to... I don't think they intersect. Oh, there's number 4. No, they don't. They're very parallel. It's gonna take forever to scroll down that. If they do intersect, they're very far off. So, okay. So right now it seems like we're getting a lead type situation here. So let's get a few more minutes worth of data. It's coming in pretty clean though. There doesn't seem to be too much error in that. We'll get some data on this for a little bit. There's a certain speed above which the Totore stays pretty flat. And that may be like 6 or 7 knots, because you get slower than that and it starts to really dip. But if the tow's at 133 meters and our keel's at 149, that pretty much holds consistent with the fact that the toad is just staying level up there. So we'll get 1 or 2 more data points, then we'll about face. See what that does to the solution. Because right now, I don't think there's really much point in me trying to plot anything to this. It's pretty consistent. Right, what is this? A range of 38 miles right there? I'm not even gonna bother trying to enter that. Yeah, there's no way to really tell what's going on with this solution, as it's so parallel. As the LOBs are so parallel, it's just you get the same thing almost going up and down it. I'm trying to I'm like so close to going into full Robert Plant mode and just starting to scream there, but I'm not going to do that. Your first 6-pack, Ramit? Hello, Eds. Yeah, I guess it's getting close to evening. Daylight saving time is over. It's starting to get, you know, that low winter sun. That one show they used to advertise on Breaking Bad all the time. Or was it Walking Dead that used to advertise low winter sun? Whatever show I never watched. All right, let's come about. Boo!
Rudder left, steer course 094. Steering aye.
So it's interesting that there seems like there could be some 60s among those Japanese ships. Let's go ahead and take a look at the frequency sheet here. You know what? There's no point in me pausing it. Nothing's going to happen. Okay. We're still too early on in this fight. Japan. They have some 60s down here. I don't know what MSO or MSC are. What is MSO? Minesweeper. Okay. MSC. A container ship. Okay, so it could potentially be an MSC. Uwajima. Yukto. Don't think it's going to be a minesweeper. But you never know. Could be one of these container ships, though. These seem to be container ships. Uwajima. I'm probably pronouncing the shit out of that, so bear with me. Uwajima class. No, Uwajima ship. This thing here. This? MSC? Oh, here you go. MSC Uwajima. MSC Yukto. Wait, visit the site. Sorry, I'm like looking at this. It's not being transmitted. I'm just looking. I'm just getting some intel on my... Well, I guess I could see what they show in Dangerous Waters instead of trying to search for it on the web. The web here. Oh, hello. Okay, this trawler... Whoa, that's me. Okay, I was about to say a cooler one. Wait, no, that's fine. Yeah, well, we're getting the toad. Okay, so these guys are holding still. Everything up here is turning. That is showing up. But yeah, so these are our boys. Southwest here. US and I reference. That is what I wanted. Wanted to see what these things are. Surface ship classes. It's on the frequency sheet, but it doesn't show up here. Oh, here's the Uwajima. Okay, that's a Minesweeper as well. Minesweeper Coastal. Minesweeper Ocean. Okay. They could just have some generic civilian type ships with them. Oh, if I'm facing this way though, that's gonna the frickin' mirror contacts are gonna be right on top of each other. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. No. They're gonna flip over to like... They're gonna like flip over to the same spot, aren't they? I did a 180. No. They'll be I'm geeking myself out about that. So if they're showing up here, the toad's gonna be facing that way. They're gonna be over up here this way. Okay. They're just going full circle. The toad's only halfway through its turn so far, giving us unreliable data. Dude, what is that? Can I like turn up the game audio and...
Steer course 094.
Oh, it's shrimp. It's shrimp, dude. It's frickin' shrimp. That's all that is. Hey, how's it going, Gowser? I have the day off for Veterans Day, so I've been enjoying that. Not doing much of anything. And having a grand time doing it. Hey, Eds, in Twitch, how do you get it to show up that you're streaming in Twitch? Because it doesn't show that for me. Or, sorry, not in Twitch, in Discord. Oh, the conformal's kind of washed out, but who gives a crap anyway? Still waiting for this toe to straighten out. We're getting crap data until it does. And they seem to be MCON, not getting any pings. How's your day, Gowser? Let you find out. Did you set it up or does it just do it? If you don't know how it's working, that's fine. You don't have to look it up. Just thought you may. Sior. Sounds like a type of fragrance for men or women. Sior. Sior. I don't know. Something. What is that? Something dead astern of me. But not too much of a... Well, what are these Japanese submarines like? They're all 50s as well. Yushio. There could be submarines out here. Yushio, Harushio. Oh, well, I'm looking at a freaking RA freaking... These guys aren't going to be in here. It's whatever... I don't think the game, I think, probably only had, like, Harushio stock. Oh, I have to link the accounts? Okay. That's good. But yeah, there could be frickin' Japanese submarines out here. Been forgetting about that, so let's slow to 5 knots.
Set revolutions for 5 knots. Propulsion I.
Okay, the kink in the data, just about done. And it is a real kink, as you can see. Okay, you gotta link it. Well, that's good to know. Yeah. Still jamming out to Led Zeppelin, man. I tell you. Yeah, it's probably a big group of them, but animals aren't... They didn't evolve trying to be quiet necessarily in the ocean, so who knows. But that's why it's not showing up on the narrow band, is because there's no consistency to it, to their frequency output. And that was, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 4 minutes of that turn with the kink in the data. Okay, we're getting some good info here. I'm going to assume something like 20 knots. What's this doing for us? Usually tow data is pretty noisy, but this is coming through pretty clean. Gonna need a little more data to figure out where that kink actually starts and stops. I think this point might here right be a kink. Right here might be a kink. Might be part of the kink data too. Yeah, there could be pistol shrimps. Man, it's already been almost an hour. Frickin' time flies when you're tracking shrimp. Trying to get enough, barely enough shrimp there for a cocktail. But yeah, all 50's got to be treated as curious. I'm the only Russian sub out here. But I have multiple trackers, so let's track them up.
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 272. Designated Sierra 5.
Did I see what that guy did in the turn? Was this the original one here? I'm going to track that.
Control acoustics.
4 trackers
New
is so
contact.
nice.
Bearing
Food's so nice, they
158.
named it twice.
Designated Sierra 6.
Yeah, we do all have our kinks. Sometimes they last longer or shorter depending on how long your turn is. Let's see here. Man, that's really potentially pushing it really far out. 42 miles. It's not improbable. And that's almost a course of heading directly to Vladivostok, which the briefing said. Oh, they gave me a location, didn't they? Location force, landing force is at 3910, 132.40. 3910, 132.40. Well, look at that. My solution's pretty good. Trust the dot stack. Fleet location at 1800. And it says heading of 354, and I think that should be course. Well, I guess heading and course are the same thing. It's not bearing. Course of 354. If that's the case, I need to keep going west. Bubba Gump. Glad someone picked up on it. Okay, so 354 is their course. Really? Are you sure? It's not fitting the data. Well, it's possible. Well, the speed. Okay, it'll fit the data if the speed is different. Doom boom da doom ba doom boom da doom. When did I send a license? No. Okay, 354. I love how you can just hold this stuff constant. Just plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. And just drag and drop till you get something that tickles your fancy. This guy's looking closer or faster. Until I figure out what their speed... Okay, well this would imply a lower speed. Or suggest a lower speed. That one would have that being closer. Gonna need more data. Maybe I should do a little something like head this way. Really try and maximize... Well, what is gonna maximize? I'm probably going this way will probably maximize the bearing rate. Because I don't want to get like too out of position either. But if you go in front of them, that's pretty much... That's the golden spot you want to be, is directly in front of them there. I think the real quote is like, get yourself... I only got 5. It's like, get yourself a few more, got enough for a shrimp cocktail. Something like that. Alright, but yeah, we need to head west. But there's potentially phantom Japanese submarines. 05. Distant contact. Holding very constant on that bearing. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a northwest kind of thing. What's Sierra 6 up to? You know, anything that says fishing boat. So it looks like we got ourselves a lag situation on this guy here. Which would mean this is the minimum range. And that's a pretty linear looking set of data. Let's come this way. We need to make sure we're not going to get out of position for this group.
Rudder left, steer course 320, steering aye.
Suicidal fruit harakiwi. I don't get it. But that's not because of you necessarily. So we gotta wait for another turn to straighten out, but this is not as big of a turn. So it shouldn't be as long of a wait. Maybe 3 minutes instead of 4 this time. Yeah, none of these guys are close aboard, though. Or at least danger close to see on the cylindrical. Or the conformal's kind of... No, the conformal's not completely washed now. I slowed down. I wish you could, like, zoom in on this with a mouse wheel. That would be nice. Oh, hello. Getting our... Oh. Well, where was that approximately? 190? Let's double check what that is. Undo that. 5190. False contact. There won't be any false contacts in this, I'll tell you that much right now. Boy, I tell you what. Shrimp sailboat. Where's the fish? The fishing boat should have a really high second frequency because it's a frickin' tiny craft, comparatively speaking. That's me. I want one of those guys to blip back up again. Blip that throttle so I can see what's going on. Oh, hello. Someone just ankled up right there. Some little speck. Little specky speck. You must immediately engage the enemy. Spelled immediately wrong. So 160, 5160, or 5155. 5160. $51.60 is not anything I'm expecting to see. Kirov, Fuching, Baris, Chilikin. Nothing Indian, certainly. What about 6160? Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting I gotta do this. Let's see. No, nothing I would expect to see over there either. 6145 is a possibility, but I don't think it was like that as much. Yeah, they're after those shrimp. They want some food. It's Gump and Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan! But you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Yes, Forrest, I know that. Oh, okay. 175, 170. So this is a 60, 175. France, Australia, France, US. Something ain't adding up here, boys. I tell you, something ain't adding up. About 5175. Moskva. Tawada. Oh, hello. AOR. It's weird that it's blipping in and out. That's more like a frickin' fishing boat behavior to blip in and out like that. Because they punch the throttle and stuff. Harper's Ferry.
Steer course 320.
Al-Assad. Was a 60. 6170. I mean, we're getting strong data on it now. And there's the other one at the frickin' 5155. Dude, what is going on? There's no 155 in here. 5145s, these are all... What about the 6145 area? It's just, I don't know. We'll have to figure out once we get closer, but none of this is making sense. The Japanese don't have heavy ships like that, really. But we need to just make sure that we're not going to miss these guys, overrun them. Hard to make a lot of sense of these solutions at first. Or at first, right now. I know it says course 354, but I guess that's always subject to change. But it is bending. It wants to be around here. game model that for fishing boats, the speeding up and slowing down. Yeah, I've seen it before. I'm not sure if someone has to explicitly model it or if it's just inherent in being a fishing boat in this game. But yeah, I've seen them do it. But yeah, this frickin', it's a 50 and then it's a frickin', you know, it's a 155. And we've seen the 5155. There's only so much that can be. There's no 155 though. It's one of these things. And none of this makes any sense. I mean, I guess it could be Russian. They said they were in the process of sending stuff out here, but I mean, that's the location of where the Japanese, where they told us it was. Expect 6 destroyers, at least 2 frigates, air support, and an unknown number of submarines. It says I'm the only sub in the area. It doesn't say anything about surface ships. Hello, Vini. Vini. I like Vinis. Oh, is that the one I put the tracker on? This is the real one. Damn. Go ahead and untrack yourself, and then track
Control
yourself.
acoustics. New contact. Bearing 271. Designated Sierra 7.
It's always annoying wasting time on a frickin' false contact. Yeah. Tip number 1 that something's a false contact, it looks like a frickin' sunbeam. Vini, it just sounds like saying like a weenie in American, but with like the V sound instead of a W. All right, Waldemarn. Sorry, I'm skewing the hell out of that. Thanks for coming. Have a good one. Good hunting to you as well. But yeah, tip number 1, you got a false contact. You got a frickin' sunbeam of frickin' bearings going everywhere. Or you got something driving in closer to you than you think. It's right on top of you. I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. Sierra 6. I just can't do it, Captain. I can't hold the course. Did our toe just finish straightening out or something? Something like that. Spider on weed. Not seeing our whatever it is blip it up. There's another little faint 50 down here too. It's probably part of that group. What the hell? Kirov reporting. See, like, it doesn't make any sense. The thing they saw, like, Kirov, Boris Chilikin, Fuching, or Deepak. It's possible one of these got changed around in the process of making RA, but I don't know. But I'm suspicious of this contact. This seems no, keep the tracker, please. That seems like a frickin'. My spidey sense is tingling about possible submarine. That could be one too. I got trackers on some targets of interest right now, though. I guess I could take it off one of these guys down here to potentially track that guy. K. Who's K? Sierra 7. Oh yeah, I just marked this guy. We're getting fresh data on that guy. W or V. You have to pick one. I'm fighting for my family. Want to get him back. It's fine. Bad Harrison Ford impersonations. Yeah, D-Pack. D-Pack makes 0 sense. There's no D-Pack around here. What is a D-Pack even? AO? I mean, the type of ship fits, but there's not going to be an Indian one. This is a big ship. The type of ship fits. If the glove fits. But it just like it blips in out of nowhere and then just like Vamusimo, just out of there. Sierra 6. Oh, the beauty of changing course is a beautiful thing. So beautiful it could make me sing. Problem is everything we got, we're just seeing first frequencies. It's all distant stuff. Get off my plane. We'll laugh it up, furball. Okay, this does have an intersection, so we got ourselves a lead lag. Well, don't know that for certain. Might course change on this guy to figure that out. We'll change course to this way. See what's going on, because that'll switch it up. That'll switch up the lead lagginess of it. But I'm watching you, Mr. Guy. This is either a sub or a fishing boat. That's usually how that goes. If it's a fishing boat, it's going to be far as hell of a way. If it's a sub, it's going to be decently close. It's kind of fitting the sub profile. There's not a lot of change in the solution, which supports the diesel electric going 2 or 3 knots, kind of trolling around. What's our stores looking like? Yeah, we got the Corans and all the external tubes. No clue how to use those. 1 Schqual, some UGSTs, Sizzlers, and some more of the same in the stores. A few Stallion ASWs, but it's kind of a last resort weapon. Not really trying to give away my position with a nice juicy missile launch there. Undersea missile. Yeah, let's go ahead. And we got nothing else going on, so let's change course this way and see what
Rudder
happens
left,
to
steer course 2, 3, 8.
Sierra
Steering
7
aye.
up here. I would like to go 7 knots, but I don't want to potentially unnecessarily give my position away to a submarine. That could also be something like a submarine as well. Suspiciously popping in and out. But it could also be like a warship, part of this group further off. These could be merchantmen, which is why we're hearing them so strongly. The warships are quieter. We haven't looked at Sierra 4 in a while. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Seeing data line up. Still not too sure about speed. I'll have to figure that out. No, why did I change the course? Don't change the course. The course is as the notes say. I'm taking that for utter granted. It's a little too precise for me. Precise. It seems it's if 354 is really their course, a 10 knot is fitting the data better than another kind of speed. But I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. We'll have to keep chewing. I mean, if they're going up to 20 knots, we have to speed it up, get underneath this layer if we can. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, I'm changing course. I was like, who is that bold bugger? It's a very strong Akula 1. I'm an Akula 2. How dare you? I'm even frickin' doing immigrant song with rubbing my hands together. And we'll get a little time lapse. No reason we can't get a little time lapse going on here. Little lapse in judgment, as I always like to say. About to steady course.
Steer course 238.
Gonna lose him. Oh, sorry. What was that throat scratch? Gonna lose him in the toad baffles for a second. What was I seeing them at originally? Like 1.8 something, and now they're at like 200. Yeah, it seems like they've moved up like a good 10 degrees from what it was before. We gotta keep moving west. Don't want to miss them. Okay, that is now steady, and it's in the midst of frickin' mirror contacts. Sierra 3. Some of these solutions we can take. There's weird jumps in the data. It's like just still straight up and down, but like offset, and there's like some bias or something. Sierra 7, don't need an hour on you. Need more data. More cream. Ugh, you call this coffee? No, I call this America. More cream. In that same vein, let's keep this going. Sierra 7, I want your butt. Yeah, we gotta make a decision here. Because they be creeping. Okay, seemingly distant contact. But seems to be heading straight this way. Not sure of the speed. What happens if we adjust that? Probably not too much. Given that their course does seem to be straight due east-ish. If it is something like that, well, 5 knots at that far away, I don't think I'm picking up anything at 5 knots, 20 miles away. So let's bring it in toit like a toiger. No, don't hold the course. You don't need to hold the course. Bendy boo. Straighty straight. We'll say that. Call it like that. Something, maybe 10 knots, doing something like that. Anyway, I think we need to go ahead and get beneath this layer and run this way. You get in front of this group. If they're going 20 knots... Okay, yeah, I can see where... Okay. Based on that, if they're going 15 knots, we would expect them to be... right about... Oh, the ocean just changed color again. Right about there. And the bearing to that would be 204. And the bulk average of this is about 200, so they might be going 10 knots. In which case they would be about here. And that'll give us a heading of a 200. That'll give us a bearing of 200. Well. They do seem to be going about 10 knots using that very rough method. They do seem to be going 10 knots. Fleet location at 1900 at 10 knot. 10 knot. I was about to say speed of advance, but no, that's not right.
Control acoustics. New
Ping.
contact. Bearing 195. Designated Sierra 8.
Alright, let's well, if they're going 10 knots, it's not too big of a deal for us in terms of getting around these parts. But I think since they're so far off, I think in the meantime we can still run this direction. Just try and chew with what data we're going to get. Let's zoom in on this and see what we're looking at here. I'm always hesitant to zoom in too much. You start seeing things that aren't there. No, it's just bending that way. Oh, I want to hold the left arrow and then have you just go out further. Yeah, see, it's starting to bend back the other way there. So the sweet spot's around in here. It's a low bearing rate solution. Could even be foida out. Without knowing this course at all speed. What is that right there? What's making that? Is that this? Because something's like popped up here that's making a noise. What is that bearing? 223? Nothing's showing up here. I'm thinking that's a biologic. Let's turn it up. More shrimp. Shrimp? More shrimp. Good to know that I could change that back to a normal audio level before a ping comes in and ruptures my eardrums. Okay, so those are just shrimp. We are not seeing any principal contacts on the broadband, so no one is seemingly that close, besides Mr. K here and whatever this thing is. But we're now getting pings. Very faint, distant pings. That seem to be coming from Sierra 3, but that's a crapshoot as to whether that's the same or not. But it does seem to be lining up pretty nicely with that. That does seem to be one and the same there. Part of me is like, any second I'm just gonna freaking have the immigrant song just playing in the background. There could be like a lead ship. Anyway, let's come this way. Come back this way. And we're gonna do the old
Rudder right, steer course 3.
7 knots.
5. Steering aye.
Set revolutions for 7 knots. Propulsion aye.
Trying to up this bearing rate a little bit here. Hello. Hello. That would be Mr. L. Mr. L is Sierra 6. What's going on, man? Mr. L, Sierra 6, speed 10, average assumption. Where's the tail of my solution rule? Oh, it's because the course is being held constant. I was like, why can I not twist and shout? Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now. Come on
Control
and work it.
acoustics. New contact. Bearing 218.
Whenever I hear control acoustics without marking something. What? Sierra 9. That must be this guy. 220. Okay. But that could be coming from like anywhere like over here even. This could be a pretty wide spread out fleet. But that is interesting. Okay, so that's not a sub then. 5,000. We can potentially see what this is. 5,000 hertz from Mr. Japan. 5,000 Hoyts. So we got, what do we got? These three here. Hatsuyuki, Asagiri, or Hatakaze. I think this is the same issue we have with the last mission. But Destroyer. We'll say Asagiri, confidence medium. What was the other one? We got to find out what that other one pinging was. Asagiri. Come on now. Confidence medium. Assumed hostile. I wish there was like a full listing of all the pings. Okay. 222. Oh. Sorry, my bad. This one's the same thing. Asagiri, confidence medium. $5,000 megacycles, 15,000 Hoyts, or 5,000. Yeah, 5,000. 5,000 Hoyts. I found this one website that can generate tones for you. So you kind of get a sense of what some of these pings may sound like. It's interesting. Like in the game, they let you hear torpedo pings, but in real life, most torpedo pings are around like 20,000 hertz, and it's pretty much inaudible. Should I play some pings? Oh, dude, I need to be better about this. Sorry. Please let me know if I'm not showing something, and it seems like I should be, because I need to get used to doing this. Have I watched Goldmember lately? Why do you say that? Is that me? That's gotta be me. It's me! Wait, that's the shrimp, right? I need to verify that's the shrimp. It sounded weird on the headphones. Yeah, it's the shrimp. I can't hear it at, like, my normal audio level, but as soon as I triple it, it just comes through clear as day. My quotes and manners. Goldmember has some good quotes in it. I tried to watch it somewhat recently again, and I just couldn't, man. It was bad. It was bad. But there's definitely some good quotes in it. And I will definitely quote things without realizing I'm quoting things sometimes. They just become ingrained in who I am, of my sad existence. 07. Curious. Curious, Georgie. Curious. I wish there would be like an easier way to have like the ruler just like, you could like hold it still and have it like just go up and down really quick to try and see where the optimal place would be. So Sierra 9 with the pings. AU with the pings. Hey, Tony. Hold that course. Hold that speed, sir. Oh, well, yeah, this isn't going to tell us too much. We'll have to, we'd have to maneuver a little bit to try and get a better sense of that, but we'll say that. Probably further out. Maybe more like here. Seemingly a large group. My target was the frickin', the large transports. Okay. That's probably what I'm picking up with the 5170s or whatever. 5150s. The enemy is at our gates. Yes, I will never lose it. It is part of who I am. Alrighty, well, we can keep this going. Keep on trucking, partner. Oh, let's see. 354. So let's just put some marks here. I need to probably get about 15. I walked 15 miles in the freezing snow. Probably need to get 15 miles east of where, or west of where we are. And we got time to do that, but we're probably going to have to go faster than 7 knots. So let us dive beneath a layer and commence a little transit. K is blinking in and out. What's going on with K? What is going on with K? Okay. Well, if he's doing 10 knots, this would even suggest being further out. Higher speeds make it more wiggly. Or do they? Do they? Or does it straighten it out more? I don't know. There could be a course change in here, of course, but it also does seem to be further out. But anyway, let's get beneath the layer do 269 meters.
Go to depth 269 meters. Depth control I.
And let's get kicking out here and boogieing. We need to get further east. Or west. I keep saying east. I don't know why I keep saying east. Gotta get west. West, man. West. And we'll stay on this kind of angular course. So we're making west, but also kind of reducing their speed of advance a little bit.
Rudder left, steer course 290. Steering I.
And now we shouldn't see anything. Oh, well, once the toad gets down here, yeah. Gonna take a little bit for the toad to get down here, bruh. Bro, Tato.
Engines ahead 2/3. Steering I. Steer course 290.
Joe Flacco. When's it gonna get? Man, it's taking its sweet old time getting down here, I say. Yep, there they go. Vamosimo. And now we see nothing. But the good thing about this is that the game will keep track of all my trackers and it won't change the solutions like cold waters. So we can just come back up and it'll be like nothing happened. We east. I thought you said west. That's west, Patrick. You're fired again. 8 times speed. Let's get it kicking. 8 times speed. That's about 6 minutes to the hour. 7 minutes to the hour. A weedster direction. Would K be in the... no, it's not in the toad baffles. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm still seeing them. This is a Japanese surface group. It is a Japanese surface group. This is not a Russian rebellion type thing. Japanese surface group. They seem to be advancing at about 10 knots. We should go standard even.
Engines ahead standard. Steering I.
Maybe kick it right a little bit more.
Rudder right, steer course 305. Steer course 305.
But yeah, we barely made any. I mean, I guess we dozy-doed back a little bit. Oh, it's getting dark. It's getting dark out here, a little dark. It's a nice sunset. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Yeah, it's all mellow until a squall smacks you in the face. Transients. You miss having the patience for these games, as in you don't have that patience anymore. I think everything's just about washed out right now. Alright, well, let's try and make sure we try and stay a little hard to
Rudder right,
track
steer
here.
course 316. Steer course
Change these courses up
316.
from time to time. Observe our model. Got your internal tubes here and your external tubes up here. This is a loading hatch, I think, right here.
Rudder left, steer course 287. Steering eye. Steer course 287.
Bam, squall to this. Haha. How you like that? And the land of ice and snow.
Rudder right, steer course 295. Steer course 295.
Okay, well, I think we can secure from running in just a few moments here. Potentially see where these bros are at. It would suck if they're like, ha, we're right here. You weren't paying attention. Let's slow down.
Engines
Take
ahead,
stock of what's
1/3,
going on
steering
around here.
eye.
Make sure no one's sneaking up on us. Yeah, it seems pretty standard here. Let's get back to that 7 knots. Well,
Set
no, let's
revolutions
do it for
7
5 knots and we'll get
propulsion
shallow
eye.
here.
Set revolutions for 5 knots. Propulsion eye.
Go to depth 169 meters. Depth control eye.
Ooh, much louder with those pings. Due south. Okay. That's kind of almost exactly where I'm expecting that guy to be. That's pretty cool. That bearing is not 181. That bearing is, not telling me what that bearing is. It only tells me where the ping actually came from. It was looking like about 177. Oh,
Acoustics. New contact. Bearing 014.
Oh, shit.
Designated Sierra 10.
that might be a sonar buoy. Let's see here. Active sonar frequencies. RGB sonar buoy. Diecast. Yeah, it's a sonar buoy, all right. 23 years and 5 minutes when you become a pensioner. How far away is it for me? About 40 years. Ugh. Sonar buoy. A sonar buoy in our midst. Seems to be pretty far away though. But they're getting splishy splashy up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. Alright, what do we got? Hey, what do we got here? Ooh. Yes. Give that. Bring it to me. About 1-2 knots. Now let's stick with that 10. Hey, that 10, man. Seems to be pretty fire. Hey, this guy's wearing a wire. Alright, what do we got? Where do we have him at right now? Man, that's like right on the money. I pushed it back just like a little bit. But yeah, look at that. Wow. Sierra 10, we can go ahead and, since we know Sierra 10's not moving, it's a sonar buoy, we can actually figure out what its range is. And it's pinging rather frequently. Speed of 0. Speed is Buster, over. Alright, where do all these bad boys want to intersect? Really far away. Holy crapiola. Maybe if I zoomed out, that would be a little more telling of where it intersects. Maybe not. There seems to be some error on it, but it seems to be really far away. Maybe here. Yeah, it's pinging like a mofo, and there is definitely some error in that, but that seems to be as we progress here, it'll firm up. But really far away, not a problem. End 1 hour. So you got the exact day that you're gonna be retiring there. Alrighty, where's the Toad is now above the layer. So we're seeing all our old friends still rather distant, so I think they are going. This 10 knots seems to be good. Alrighty, Sierra 7. We should be getting some new data on some of these gas here. Yeah, look at that. It's a brand new LOB. But the course is all different, so this guy has changed course or something. Not been doing what I thought.
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 0, 2, 3. Designated Sierra 1, 1.
More. Seems like there's some more active sonobuoys up that way. Interval 5 seconds. Let me turn this up and see if I can hear these things.
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing.
Very faint, very distant.
Designated Sierra 1, 2.
But yeah, someone's up there frickin' hammering away on some sonobuoys. Sierra 7. That old data is not of any use to me anymore. Thought it may be. Sierra 7 is seeming very much like a submerged contact to me. If we have a lead-lead situation, which I don't think we do, because that would mean this intersection point is the point of maximum range. Seems to be in a lag course. Boom, 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 boom. Sierra 9. Sierra 9 was active. What about Sierra 4? New data. Let's see how they don't frickin' line up at all. That's interesting. Curious. Sierra 4 may not be what I thought it was. Or the speed is now increased. But Master 1 is exactly, just about exactly what I was expecting to see Master 1. What's up with this funkiness? I don't have a time history, so I can't see what my Toad is doing if there was like a frickin' hijink in it at some point. Sierra 10. Maybe like right here. Decent chunk of error in it, but yeah. It's a crap ton of freaking active sonobuoys off in that direction, just making themselves known, just giving away their position. Danny. Not seeing any pings from Sierra 9.
Control acoustics. New contact.
Oh my god,
Bearing
someone's just
0,
laying
3,
nothing but
0.
like active
Designated
sonobuoys in
Sierra
that
1,
direction.
3.
And they're way the hell out of Pearl. Might be worth it to make another venture to periscope depth. What am I doing? I'm trying to look for something. Who's pinging? Just Master 1 here to the south. So there was a hijinks in the tow data for that. Okay, this actually, there's a little room for refinement here. I'm gonna stop assuming they know what they mean with the constant course there, because the 354 does not seem to be right. And this is that is definitely a better solution right there. But Sierra 4, haven't a clue. Okay, no, it looks like we were getting some hijinks data there too. If we do the 357 and hold that at the 10 knots, that pushes that back still further. Aw, man. Dude, my headphones are weird. I forgot in winter, like, frickin', if I adjust myself, the wire runs up along my sweatpants, and then, like, I get static that just goes into this ear. And it's annoying. But it's doing its job. Holy crap. 1, 2.
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 033. Designated Sierra 1 4.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just so many sonobuoys up there, man. Like cripes. You're not supposed to do search with diecast, you nubtard. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but it's just gonna help me avoid you. Way the hell out of Pearl. Alright, Sierra 10, what you... That's looking pretty... right in there. That sonobuoy's 20 miles away. Ain't a threat to nobody. Let's go through the exercise of figuring out where all these sonobuoys are at, approximately. Try and see if we can't determine their drop pattern. Right about there. Sierra 12. Some of these are newer contacts. I'm not going to have as much data on this. It's like playing Operation or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to put it right in there. It's hard to do it at an angle. I want to look at it flat. And one more with these crazy kids and their sonobuoys. Crazy kids. Right there. Boop. Okay. Yeah, just all the way the hell up there. That's interesting. I don't know. That's just very out of the way. Hey, what's up, Duncan? Hello, hello. We are hunting orc. No, we're hunting Japanese surface ships as Russian aggressors. Sarah 7. Well, since we were getting funky tow data, maybe this is now straightened out. Straightened itself out, rather. Get rid of that. Maybe just a lead. It could be. That data's weird looking, though. I mean, that could very well still be... That could be a fishing boat or something. Anyway, let's, I think we're pretty good on this front. We seemingly have some good solutions. I think we just need to start tracking some more of these ships. Oh, Sierra 9, we're getting more pings on Sierra 9. I better well. 357, hold that. Those pings came in at the same time, it sounded like. Enter sedition. Ooh, hello. Aggressors, yeah. Nicola does look slick. Okay, well, we're at like 2000 now, so if we put ourselves up another 10 miles at about 355, gets you to right here. fleet at 1900 at 10 knot. And these could just be the front escorts. We need to track more in this fleet. There seems to be a good bit. I want to track some of these 60 dudes. Wait, what's who's Sierra 6? What are you? Who are you? Who are you? Seemingly quite close in is what you are. I could very well be a sub.
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 040.
Every time I hear that, man,
Sierra 15.
thinking it's gonna be a TIW. Oh, they've dropped another sono buoy. Good. Oh, it's about to be your birthday. Cheers to that. I would offer a toast if I was drinking right now, but I'm driving later, so I will not be drinking right now. Please drink responsibly. That sounded like a torpedo ping. What is that? Well, I keep forgetting that's...
Acoustics. New contact.
So many sono buoys.
Designated
Well, Sierra
Sierra
6. This is assuming
16.
10 knots. What happens if we assume 5 knots here? I don't think that solution will work on 5 knots. Let's stick to 10. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Right, chaps? Alright, do that. Stick with that. Take that to the bank. Seems to be coming straight this way, man. It's not the only possible solution. What happens if we try the old 20? Maybe even 20. The 10 is looking good. We got 2 disparate times of data collection, and they line up pretty nice. Got a nice R squared. So I'm gonna assume that, but if that's true, heading straight this way. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I will be drinking later, but I will be at my destination when I'm drinking later. Sierra 9. So these ships running point, we don't really care about them. We just want our targets of opportunity here. Like Sierra 4. But that seems to be really far out. I mean, it's very much possible that these are really far out escorts. We're going to have to deal with them and their pings. But if we get beneath the layer, that should be helpful. Sierra 6. There's one way that we can... Well, if this is the case that the escorts are so far up and the targets of opportunity are rather far back... Oh, that's wrong. Thanks for catching me on my typo, bros. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and give it the old switchback on Sierra 6 here. So we got a lead situation going on Sierra 6. Let's lead lag it up. We never had a lag course on Sierra 6. This will really help firm this up. Yes, they would be. They would be zigging and zagging. I've yet to see a mission where they really model that. Another thing to add to my checklist of things I need to do. But yeah, they would be zigging and zagging if they were expecting, you know, threats from submarine. It's probably not going to adjust its position too much, you know. But yeah, they're just dropping all these damn sonar buoys up there. Oh yes, the grammar police is so ruthless. I consider myself an honorary member of the grammar police. Okay, so this course up here is going to put the mirror contacts up that way, which is good because there's nothing over there. Hello, Raul. Radioactive Chasley. I hope not. I hope I'm not radioactive. 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 Is that shrimp? I'm about to blow out my eardrums. Yeah, it's shrimp. So many damn sono buoys. Am I glowing? Oh yeah, I can give it toast with water. Let me grab some water. Everyone cheers to Nemo. It's his birthday in a few minutes. Cheers. Okay. Coming about for our course change. I wouldn't mind having more of the toad in, but it wasn't. Was 300 like always? Yeah, I guess 300 is about the always the length to put it out to. Since I have these guys firmed up, I don't really need trackers on them anymore. So let's go ahead and take those trackers off and put them on things that are more interesting. We'll wait till this turn is done before we start fiddling with that. Oh, hello. Something else. Oh, we got more stuff. Oh, that's me. Damn. Thought that was something interesting. Oh, it's getting busy. The sonar is getting busy. CR6. You may find myself in the heat of battle using some auto crew TMA. That is its strength. The heat of battle. Let's go back 4 hours.
Steer course 062.
Let's come back to the hour, and we're gonna start getting the oh wow. If the old data is an indicator, do more like that. But yeah, seems to be steaming straight for me, so we'll need to see what happens here. Underwater bullet. I love that like frickin' meme of the dumping like the Russian tank overboard, and it's like I will get submarine. It's just like going straight down. It just looks so like frickin' enthusiastic about it. Yeah, those mirror contacts aren't going to be too spread out from what I'm really seeing. Hey, Raul. So the Russians and Chinese are at war, and the Japanese see an opportunity to try and take back Sakhalin. So they're making a move on Vladivostok, which is up here. Yeah, there aren't any locations really written up on this map. But yeah, we're the only Russian asset really in position to deal with this. So
Control acoustics. New contact.
We have to
Bearing 0,
interdict
4,
against
7,
this
designated Sierra 1,
Japanese
8.
surface group that's making this move on Vladivostok. Hey, you're welcome, man. Anytime. Ugh. Cracky, cracky. Okay, I think we've been a steady course for a while, but the Toad is just about steady course. But yeah, I want to take these trackers off and start tracking those 60s, because those seem to be more interesting to me. It might be easier to take them off here. Or just mark up some new things. Mark that. Mark.
Control acoustics. New
Mark
contact.
that.
Bearing
Mark.
191. Designated Sierra.
Oh, I just lost
9,
tracker
control
L. I don't want to
acoustics.
lose that
New
tracker.
contact. Bearing 183. Designated Sierra 20.
Keep the tracker. Come on. Come on, tracker. There you go. But now I lost the tracker over on that guy over there. But I don't really think that's much of a concern over there. I just want to keep the tracker on Sierra 6. Oi, Skipper. You better listen. Sierra 4. We know pretty much what he's doing. So it's kind of been staying put around there. It hasn't really been advancing. Might need some tweaking. Really most curious about this guy because he seems to be currently the biggest threat, but it could be like a merchantman. Well, if it was, I would expect that to be much louder than it is. Wait, what's tracker I? Is that master 1? I think so. Don't know if I really care about that too much. He's pinging, so I got the pretty good beat on him that way with the pinging. But basically heading right for me. There's like very little variability in those bearings, those LOBs. Sierra 20 and Sierra 19. Don't think we have much data on them yet. No. One LOB apiece compared to those other ones with all the data. Wait, what? Oh, no, I don't want to merge. No. Get out of here. I wanted to look at Sierra 20. I was like, how's that possible? I was very confused. Yeah, it all depends on the situation. I've noticed for the Akula Toad that it tends to need more out to get its maximum sensitivity. But for like for an American boat, I'll only stream it like a quarter or a third generally, because it'll turn quicker, so you don't have to wait as long for the turn to finish, so you're not getting crap data. Like anytime your toad array is not straight, you cannot trust the data from it, and it's crap data. Throw it out. It gives you those like kinks that we were seeing in other solutions. Like these, like that right there, that's a toad kink that we were getting in an old contact I'm no longer tracking. Sierra 6. Oh, hello. Okay, no, it is not where I think it is. See? That's why I gotta change course. Much further away. And not a threat. Assuming the speed of 10 knots. Cool. Alrighty then. Sierra 19, Sierra 20. Whoa. Okay. This is interesting on the bearing rate front. I may have marked this up when the toad wasn't finished yet. If you hold that speed and you give me the 3, 4, 3, 5, 7. Boop. Hold that. You want to straighten out all the way back here. Something. Maybe even further back. Yeah, further. Dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. And this is assuming they're all doing the same stuff, this whole group. Maybe not exactly there, but it could be. And then Sierra 20, if I give you the same parameters, course of 357. Hold those steady. Hold. Where you at? Oh, give me the 20-minute. That 1 hour is too much compression. Something like that. And that seems to be our... There's probably one more in there of our group of merchantmen. Or, container ships, things we're taking out there. Yeah, past a certain point, very much diminishing or no returns. It's just going to take longer for the toad to turn. It's more likely to get beneath the layer or to drag. So, yeah. For American submarines, there's definitely usually almost never. Usually you're just going to want it at like a quarter or a third length deployed.
Control acoustics.
Unless you're trying to like
Bearing
actively
037 designated Sierra 21.
keep it beneath the layer. Well, got some time to kill, so let's freaking mess with these sono buoys. Man, these things got some pretty high bearing error on these things, man. Boy, I tell you what, something like this. Well, radioactive. We only got a few in Sierra 17. The problem is my bearing rate is not very high to these sonobuoy fields right now, so there's going to be a lot of error in this method. I don't know. Here, there's going to be a lot of error in that. Well, Sierra 15 might have a chance because of no, that. Do that. Someone just plopping so many die-cast sonobuoys up there. No problem, Akuda. No problem. So what? Wait. What were they saying to expect in this group again? Six destroyers, at least 2 frigates, air support, unknown number of submarines. Yeah, we definitely have not seen the extent of this group. Let's come back this way.
Rudder left, steer course 292, steering eye.
Part of the conventional wisdom would be to go further this way and let these guys slip by, and then try and get back in. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time for that, so I'm just gonna get in here, and we're gonna try and like go just down the middle of them beneath the layer, and then pop up and get our merchantmen here. That'll be the game plan. Yeah, Toad, yeah. The forward dead zone's pretty small. It's like, what do we got here? 5.2 to 7.2. It looks like to be about 20 degrees in RA. I know in the stock game it was more like 60 or something like that, but it's like 20 degrees in RA, so it's pretty small. It's almost insignificant. Shrimp. Shrimpy. These off this way could be more of those fishing boat escort type things. 223. There could be more of them off this way here that I'm not seeing, and that we might want to try and reconcile next time. But yeah, I'm going to stop here. But yeah, the dead zone is so you're just not hearing yourself. I think in real life they might not care about that as much. And I know in the frigate towed array you definitely can see yourself on it. But anyway, I'm going to stop here, so 2 hours flies by when you're frickin' stalking a huge surface group. See you guys next time. Have a good one. As always, good hunting.